On LeBron and AD, how have you guys thought about the plan for how much to play them and how much how much game time you want to get them before the actual regular season opener?
Yeah, we've been, they've been participating heavily in practice, and going to sit these first two preseason games out. Hopefully, play in the final two preseason games. Play some in Game 3 and more in Game 4 to get as close as possible to a dress rehearsal leading into the regular season.
And then, Frank, for tonight's game, anything you're looking for in particular? It'll be the first time we get to see Marc Gasol in KCP, for example, but anything that you want to see tonight?
Yeah, I want to see us play through Marc a lot at the top of the key. In our 5-out type of spacing, he's an elite passer up there, so we've been working on the movement pieces around that. I think offensively, we can do a much better job than we did last game of our spacing. Just overall, just flowing into our offense, our flow offense, but also in the half court in our two-man action. Those are the main things offensively for us.
How good?
Hey, Frank. Given that the guys who haven't played much are so unique, especially LeBron and AD, is there stuff you can learn about how your new guys will play with those guys in these preseason games, or does that all take place in practice? Are there actions or something that you replicate in preseason that you're like, hey, that's going to work when we throw LeBron and AD in there?
Yeah, there'll be a little bit of that, but for the most part, to this point, it's been watching them play together in practice, and then we'll see a lot in the two Phoenix games as well.
Dan?
Hey, Frank. Obviously we haven't seen LeBron or AD yet, but you've seen them in practice. You've pushed them through. How have they looked? What's been sort of their action level, I guess, in terms of live drills, and how ready do you think they are to start an NBA season?
Well, they're not ready yet, but they will be on the 22nd. And when we're ready to start games, those guys will be ready to go. But we've been trying to strike that balance of, easing them in enough while at the same time making sure they're getting enough work to be ready, for the beginning of the season. So, I think they both look really good. They're probably not ready to play in a regular season game today, but they're both in pretty good shape and going to continue to build up until the start of the season.
Claudia?
Frank, how is Marc Gasol adapting to the new group, and how easy he makes the preparation of your team for the new season?
Yeah, Marc makes a lot of things easy on the head coach. I can tell you that much. He's like a coach out on the floor. Is really good at orchestrating and putting guys in spots and understanding defensive coverages. Just got a great feel for the game, and you've seen that. We've seen that with his participation in practice up to this point.
Hey, Frank, going to be a broken record from last game and ask you about Talen Horton-Tucker first again. Just off that performance, you mentioned how good he looked in camp, and I know you had confidence in him going back to the bubble, but did you expect to see him have this kind of control of an offense like he did tonight?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect with him playing point guard for us as much as he did tonight. But he did that some of the D League last year, looked really comfortable with that. But more importantly, he just showed more of what we've seen from him. We've been watching him, in the D League first season and in bubble. This is his ability to attack offensively in a variety of different ways, attacking the basket with great finishing ability, making good decisions with his paint to great, shooting the three ball well, and he had a strong defense tonight as well. So I knew he was going to play big minutes, and not really surprised at the numbers that he put up.
You mentioned Marc Gasol before the game, Frank, and how you're looking forward to seeing him integrated on the offense. He had 5 assists and just a lot of really nice passes. How were you able to get that together this quickly with new players and just lean on that skill set that seems like it'll be able to stick?
Well, it's I think NBA players or basketball players in general, when they know they have a guy that's going to throw them the ball, the cutting aggressiveness just picks up. And we came into this game knowing we're going to play through Marc a lot at the top of the key. Our guys had a great mindset to really move aggressively without the basketball, and Marc would find you, especially in the paint. And we got a lot of great paint catches that some led to layups, some led to paint to great situations. And Mark gives us that dynamic. It's just going to make us that more difficult to guard.
Dave?
Frank, what's going to be the key to translating Talen Horton-Tucker's production from giving him 41 minutes and giving him the ball and saying, hey, we're missing a bunch of the guys tonight, they're resting, have at it, to potentially finding a role where it's however many minutes off the bench or whatever, and trying to still have that type of confidence and production?
Yeah, it's gonna make my job difficult for sure, because we have a very deep team, and no minutes are guaranteed. So he's gonna keep playing at a high level. That should push everybody else to stay playing at a high level. And but like you said, it does give us that luxury of helping, having him carry the load some for some of our guys that played deep into the championship run last year, had a short off season, and he should be able to carry some of that load.
Dan?
Hey, Frank, can you give us any clarity as to why Kostas and Devontae weren't here today?
Yeah, due to the health and safety protocols of the league, those guys had an excused absence from the game.
How worrisome, I guess, it is that, we played one game now and we have guys from both rosters that had to kind of not be here because of that.
That's the norm for an NBA season outside the bubble. This is what we set an expectation for our team, that it's going to be abnormal to be at full strength, staff and players, and there's going to be guys out a lot, and we all just got to get used to the fact that that's going to be normal for this season league wide, and hopefully it's as minimal as possible, but we just try to find the silver lining in it. When certain guys are going to be out, other guys are going to get more opportunity, and we saw that with some of our guys tonight.
Bill?
Hey, Frank. Along those same lines, considering you guys played this same team on Friday, you practiced yesterday, was there any question about whether this game tonight would happen?
Not really, to me. I never felt like it wouldn't happen. We knew we were going to be a little bit shorthanded, but never really felt like it wasn't going to happen.
Kyle?
Frank, just kind of looking ahead to Phoenix and the road environment. Are you guys even aware of, what the procedures are going to be, what kind of facilities you can use in that building? I mean, how much do you already know, and how much are you still waiting to find out just a couple of days before that happens?
It's one of those things where we've kind of heard what it may look like, but until you get there and see it, you kind of just have to figure it all out with your first trip. We're more familiar with what the NBA protocols are going to be, but then adjusting from city to city, where each local Department of Health will have different sets of rules. That's what's going to be a little bit of an adjustment for us. Just trying to figure that out. Where are we going, and how bad is the virus and the pandemic in that spot? What are their local restrictions?
All right, we'll take a couple more. Claudia?
Frank, you had a big night with 3-point shots. Is that something the whole team has been working on?
Yeah, we work on obviously we work on our shooting a lot, but to me, we had a big jump in our shot quality. We really made some adjustments offensively to how we wanted to attack these guys, both in the pick and roll game, but also with playing through our bigs at the top of the key, Mark. And I'll give Montrez some credit too. He made a lot of great passes and played the game well from the top of the key. To create some of those paint catches on cuts, on drives, on rolls to the basket. And then if we don't have a high percentage out of the rim, we play paint to create basketball. And because the shot quality went up, the shot percentage went up, the field goal percentage went up. And 18 for 25 from the 3-point line is the result of great shot quality.
All right, last one for you, Rashawn.
Hey, Coach, what are some tangible things you can take away from what Talen Horton-Tucker's done these first couple games that can carry over once you have a full squad?
Yeah, well, the thing I love about Talen is, you know, he's not just a guy that is going to dominate a game like he did tonight, always with the basketball. He's great in second side action. He can knock down, catch and shoot threes when we have great ball movement or when Ron and AD get double teamed. And he's complete on the defensive end as well. Obviously, he's still young and he's going to make some mistakes from time to time, but he has as much defensive talent as he has offensive talent. So, you know, I feel like he's going to fit in well for us.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.